Today, let's talk about the Punic Wars. Introduction. The Punic Wars were a trilogy of conflicts fought between the ancient powers of Rome and Carthage from 264 BCE to 146 BCE. These wars were among the largest and most significant of the ancient world, shaping the course of Western civilization and marking the transformation of Rome from a regional power to a dominant imperial force. The name Punic comes from the Latin word punicus, referring to the Carthaginians, who were of Phoenician descent. Historical context. Carthage, founded by Phoenician settlers around 814 BCE in modern-day Tunisia, evolved into a maritime and commercial superpower in the Western Mediterranean. Rome, initially a modest city-state on the Italian peninsula, expanded rapidly through conquest and diplomacy. The expansionist ambitions of both states eventually brought them into direct conflict over control of Sicily, igniting the First Punic War. The First Punic War, 264 to 241 BCE. Causes. Competition for control over Sicily, a strategically important island. Appeal from the Sicilian city of Messana to both Rome and Carthage for protection. Rome's desire to expand influence beyond the Italian peninsula. Course of the war. Rome built its first navy, adapting captured Carthaginian ships and innovating with the corvus boarding device. Key battles: Battle of Mylae, 260 BCE, Battle of Ecnomus, 256 BCE. Rome invaded North Africa but suffered defeat at the Battle of Tunis, 255 BCE. Rome's eventual victory at the Battle of the Aegates Islands, 241 BCE, forced Carthage to sue for peace. Outcome. Rome gained control of Sicily, the first Roman province. Carthage paid a large indemnity and suffered internal unrest, leading to the Mercenary War. The Second Punic War, 218 to 201 BCE. Causes. Carthaginian expansion in Spain under Hamilcar Barca and Hannibal. The Roman-Carthaginian treaty barring Carthaginian expansion north of the Ebro River. Hannibal's attack on Saguntum, a Roman ally. Hannibal's campaign. Hannibal famously crossed the Alps with war elephants. Major victories: Trebia, 218 BCE, Lake Trasimene, 217 BCE, and Cannae, 216 BCE. Hannibal's failure to capture Rome and his prolonged presence in Italy. Roman response. Fabian's strategy of attrition under Fabius Maximus. Scipio Africanus' successful campaigns in Spain. Scipio invaded North Africa, prompting Hannibal's recall. Battle of Zama, 202 BCE. Decisive Roman victory under Scipio Africanus. End of Carthaginian power and Hannibal's defeat. Outcomes. Carthage lost its empire and navy, paid a heavy indemnity, and became a Roman client state. Rome established dominance in the Western Mediterranean. The Third Punic War, 149 to 146 BCE. Causes. Roman fear of Carthaginian revival despite peace. Anti-Carthaginian sentiment in the Roman Senate, led by Cato the Elder. Course of the war. Carthage resisted Roman provocation but eventually broke the peace treaty by defending itself against Numidian aggression. Rome laid siege to Carthage for 3 years. Final assault led by Scipio Aemilianus in 146 BCE. Outcome. Complete destruction of Carthage. Survivors enslaved, city razed, and reportedly salted. Africa became a Roman province. Analysis and interpretations. Positive perspectives. Roman military innovation. Rome adapted and evolved militarily, especially its navy in the First War and land tactics in the Second. Rise of Rome. The wars set the stage for Rome's imperial expansion and centuries-long dominance. Carthaginian resilience. Hannibal's genius and Carthage's resistance are admired for their strategic brilliance. Historical legacy. The wars offer timeless insights into strategy, diplomacy, and resilience. Inspiration for later thinkers. Hannibal's tactics are still studied in military academies worldwide. Negative perspectives. Brutality and ruthlessness. Rome's complete destruction of Carthage is often seen as excessive. Imperial aggression. Critics argue Rome provoked conflicts to expand its own power. Civilian suffering. The wars caused massive civilian casualties and suffering on both sides. Historical bias. Roman sources dominate, potentially skewing historical interpretation. End of a great civilization. The obliteration of Carthage ended a major cultural and economic hub. Legacy. The Punic Wars fundamentally shifted the Mediterranean power structure. Rome emerged as the unchallenged power, leading to the Roman Empire. They set a precedent for total war and imperial domination. The wars influenced later imperial conflicts and are crucial to understanding Roman military and political history. Conclusion. The Punic Wars were transformative in world history, shaping the destiny of Rome and altering the trajectory of the Mediterranean world. They exemplify the costs of ambition, the limits of power, and the enduring impact of military conflict. Through the lens of the Punic Wars, we gain profound insights into the nature of empire, warfare, and human resilience. Thank you for your watching. Bye-bye.